Good morning and welcome to the Leaders Brief by EgoMonk. Today we will be looking at the effect of fresh US sanctions on Germany and Russia's ambitious Nord Stream 2 gas pipeline project, Mozambique's $23 billion plan to liquefy and export gas, and explore what a new resin-based battery would mean for electric vehicles.
Haben es erstmal mit einem Wirtschaftsprojekt zu tun, das natürlich auch politische Implikationen hat. Deshalb hat die Bundesregierung sehr viel Kraft darauf verwendet, mit der Ukraine einen Transitgasvertrag für die nächsten Jahre zu verhandeln, um eben nicht die Ukraine abzuschneiden von dem Transit von russischem Gas. Wir glauben allerdings, dass die Art der exterritorialen Sanktionen, die sie von den Vereinigten Staaten von Amerika verhängt werden, nicht unserem Rechtsverständnis entspricht und somit auch nicht die zweite, also die jetzt laufenden Beratungen. Dennoch muss man zugestehen, dass dadurch der Bauverlauf sich erschwert. Und wir glauben trotzdem, dass es richtig ist, dieses Projekt fertigzustellen und in diesem Sinne agieren.
That was German Chancellor Angela Merkel's response to an announcement by the US to sanction the Nord Stream 2 project with Russia that plans to export 55 billion cubic meters of natural gas to Europe via the Baltic Sea. Operated by Russian state-owned Gazprom, Germany plans to source a majority of its gas from Russia to gradually phase out its dependency on thermal and nuclear energy. However, the project has seen severe criticism from several countries, particularly Ukraine, that will lose out a lot of transit money from existing pipelines, and the US, which sees the project as a geopolitical ploy by Russia to increase influence in Europe.
Today, the Department of State is updating the public guidance for CAATSA authorities to include Nord Stream 2 and the second line of Turk Stream 2. This action puts investments or other activities that are related to these Russian energy export pipelines at risk of U.S. sanctions. It's a clear warning to companies aiding and abetting Russia's malign influence projects will not be tolerated. Get out now or risk the consequences.
US Secretary of State Mike Pompeo announced a few weeks ago, expressing positivity that European companies will gradually phase themselves out from the Nord Stream project and also the Turk Stream project, a similar Russian offshore gas supplying pipeline to Europe. However, Denmark, the last European country physically involved in the project, since a part of the pipeline passes through territory it controls, also gave the go-ahead for its completion. While political analysts say that the project will undoubtedly increase Europe's dependency on Russia for its natural gas, making it more gullible towards Kremlin's policy requirements, legal experts argue that the US imposed sanctions will not affect the completion of the project. The decision has increased friction between NATO allies Germany and the USA, threatening the global body's unity. Another natural gas project that is inviting a lot of attention is the proposed extraction and export of natural gas from Mozambique's Cabo Delgado province. The project, valued at $23 billion, is Africa's largest ever investment and is backed by the US, Japan, UK, Italy, Netherlands, South Africa and Vietnam. The prospects for Mozambique are plentiful, as Smith Lumnalco's Global Director of LNG Business and Project Development, Andrew Braun, said.
In the last couple of years, there's been a huge focus on LNG and LNG development. We're lucky enough that we've just won a project with Coral FLNG to provide the marine services to the floating LNG offshore. However, if you look at the development of LNG in this country, it is possible over the next number of years that Mozambique could become the third or even the second largest supplier of LNG.
Although the global pandemic has severely hit the oil and natural gas industry with failing demand for power, Mozambique's hopes of generating employment and revenues touching $50 billion by 2025 are unlikely to be affected. The immediate hurdle for the African nation, however, remains to rein in Islamic insurgency that has cost over 1,500 lives. The project has also come under severe criticism from climate activists. This is what Ilham Raut, coordinator of the No to Gas campaign, said at a seminar about climate justice in Mozambique.
There's very little media freedom there. When two journalists were arrested very quickly when they started writing about the gas in Cabo Delgado, in the gas region. The industry it's exploded over the last 2 years. About 10 years ago, Anadarko, the American company, they found 10 trillion tons of gas. They're the ones who started the projects. So there are currently 3 projects that are taking place off the coast of, in the Rovuma Basin, which is off the coast of Cabo Delgado. So because of the industry, before operations have even started, about 1,000 people have been removed from their homes, lost their land, their fishing communities. They have nothing else.
As countries continue to toughen green targets, the automobile industry is seeing a growing interest in the electric and hybrid vehicle markets. Several companies including Volkswagen, General Motors and BMW are continually increasing the electric vehicle manufacturing numbers. For European manufacturers, government incentives for buyers are significantly increasing demand. A boost to electric car manufacturing is, in turn, giving a boost to battery manufacturers and suppliers. In a recent innovation, Japan-based ABP Corporation made a resin-based battery that expects to reduce mass production costs by 90%. In a recent statement, the battery maker announced that Kawasaki Heavy Industries Limited is testing an autonomous underwater vehicle that is powered by ABP's all-polymer battery. Kawasaki plans to commercialize the underwater vehicle, manufacturing it for subsea pipeline inspection.
So what we're seeing is it's a very strong tendency from the battery producers. The technologies are moving very, very fast towards higher nickel chemistries in the battery packs at the cost of the cobalt. So it gives them higher energy density for sure, but at the same time, what allows the battery makers is to move away from cobalt, which is a metal considered with a problematic supply chain.
Natasha Kania, head of Minerals Research and Strategy, JP Morgan, had said while talking about minerals required for battery production in an in-house video. The submarine may open opportunities for ABP to increase the reach of its polymer battery and dedicate it to electric vehicle designs. If ABP's claims hold true, then not only would it increase safety for electric vehicles, but it would also further decrease retail prices and expand the customer base. That is all for today. Tune in to Egomog to stay updated on the latest happenings and the impact on global trade, technology and innovation. Egomog helps you make sense of change. We are a global intelligence platform delivering asymmetric outcomes by bringing organizations closer to the communities they want to serve and the leaders they wish to influence. Visit our website insights.egomong.com, that is insights.egomonk.com, to subscribe and make better and faster decisions today. If you wish to collaborate with us, then please email us at contact@egomong.com.